by Bilal Tanweer. Yesterday, an old man, bloody idiot, surely off his rockers, got on the bus from the Lucky Star stop. Tall in his height, some 6'3", wore a new, bright red Coca-Cola cap you get for free these days, bloody joker. His shirt, I think he had been re-ironing since the creation of Pakistan. His trousers seemed never washed. He caught my eye as soon as he got on the bus. I pulled out my sketchbook and I started to make his cartoon. The rectangular golden frame of his spectacles covered his long, thin face. Acha. And at first, he did not say anything. He just took a seat, sat there and looked around. Then, turned to the guy next to him and without any, any hesitation, questioned him. "Who are you?" At this, the guy, he was startled. He looked at him cluelessly. "Obviously, Bancho. What would you do? Huh? Anyone would jump at such abruptness. If someone asked you who you are, randomly, just like that, on the bus, and that too, a weird-looking guy wearing a red cap and shirt with broken buttons, what would you say? But that guy, he was some bugger. He smiled and replied, "I am a human, thank you," and shook his hand. He's a bastard. Guess what the old man did? He just said, "Okay," and turned away. I was laughing to myself from my seat, and seeing me, others also got interested in what was happening. I thought the old man was no less than a cartoon himself. He was staring at the back of the seat in front of him, like this. Just completely blank, like this. And then after a few seconds, he turned back to the guy he had questioned earlier, and he said, "I am Comrade Shukanshaz. Happy to meet you," and pushed his hand out. Now, whatever the hell is a comrade? Most people don't even know what these creatures are. There was a time when these comrades and reds and lefties were a common breed, but that general, that Zia, that dog of the CIA, he ate them all up. He liked blood, that dog. Where else do you think all this Islam and drugs and guns and bombs came into this city? They are a recent invention. Americans gave him the money and the guns and the carte blanche for drugs to fight the Soviets. And he fucked the country and this city for his jihad next door, thank you. All of them hate Zia. I mean, you do find some comrade occasionally bandaged, his ass still bleeding, but I mean, whatever. But you've got to admire Zia for the kind of barbaric treatment he gave them. I mean, jail, torture, lashings in public. I mean, no human can imagine the things he actually made his policy. The Joker even put his name in the Constitution. He used to see things in his dreams and made them his policies. Yes, Americans loved his dreams because he was screwing the Soviets and comrades in them. So, yeah, most comrades are dead now. So guess what the guy said when the comrade said to him, "I am Comrade Shukanshaz." He was some smartass. He returned a dumb expression and asked, "Shukanshaz, that's the word for poet, but what's your name? And what's Comrade? Is that a Muslim name?" What's his name? Comrade. He turned red. Even though technically that wasn't possible because he was so dark. But well, you should have seen his face. Imagine a dry, savage brown, flashing with colour. At first, Comrade Shukanshaz didn't reply. Just turned his face and stared at the back of the seat. And after a few moments, began bumbling in a low voice. "In this country, everything is either Muslim or non-Muslim. Everything. Is your shoe Muslim? This cap, does it go to mosque with you? Do your spoon and knife say their prayers on time? Everything, bloody everything is Muslim and non-Muslim. Is this colour Muslim colour? And no one can talk about religion. Names, now names are Muslims and non-Muslims. Now that I am human fellow, he was acting like a smartass, but really, you should have seen his face, nervous like hell. I mean, what do you expect when you're sitting next to this nutcase? The comrade turned to him again, and he said, I am a poet. I was in jail, yes, jail, for 8 years. People love me. You know, they love me. They know me. The whole world knows me. He fell silent and looked around in the bus, and he saw us sniggering, all thoroughly entertained. Praise be the worm up my ass. I shouted, Han, so, comrade, Mr. Comrade, let us hear something, some poetry, some of your amazing verses. And oh brother, I tell you, the moment I finished my sentence, he sprang into action, as if he had been waiting. Now, he stood up, and then holding his seat with one hand like this, with his fingers all twisted backwards, he started reciting poems, one after another. I cannot tell you, and he was so good. I think I remembered a few lines. The argument between the lover with this other is who loves more. After this, both are ignorant. The tussle of the believer with the other is how to worship. After this, both are ignorant. The brawl of this politician with the other is how to gain power. After this, both are ignorant. Well, it turned into a circus soon when a group of college students sitting at the back of the bus started to make noises in between his recitations. Each time the comrade shook hands paused in a couplet, they made a sound. Da-da-da-da! You know, like one of those Hollywood movie action soundtracks. At first, comrade was confused, because some of us were actually enjoying the poems and were praising them as well. But soon, some of the boys began to rattle him. He ignored it a few times, but then suddenly, I remember he was saying, "We will win against darkness." And then he broke off, yelling, "Abbe, rowdy idiots, listen to what I'm saying." It was so funny. And listen to me, I'm telling you about darkness and winning. For the boys, well, this was exactly what they'd been looking for to begin with, you know. It added to their fun. And then they started purring and barking in between his verses. Well, you've got to love their timing. Imagine a dog's whimper, as if someone has kicked it in the gut. After, "Both are ignorant." Comrade got really riled though. He stopped abruptly and took his seat, muttering under his breath. And then the whole bus broke into applause, clapping for him. I whistled, I shouted, "One more, comrade, one more." But he didn't pay attention. He continued to blather to himself in a low voice and kept staring at the back of the seat. It's an old bugger, man. The man sitting next to me was looking over me at my drawing, and he was smiling. Why tease the old fellow, Let him be. Well, I didn't really give a toss about him or his poetry. I had to finish my sketch. But he was a God-sent cartoon there on the bus. What more can a cartoonist ask for? I had to do it for my records. I was trying to get his nose right, but he turned his face the other way. I waited, but then I got impatient. I shouted, "Comrade! Hey, you old man, have you forgotten your poetry?" That really got him. He's turned immediately. He began shouting, "Who said that? Who said that?" And waving his fist, he stood up from his seat. "I will break your bones!" The college boys were having a ball. They were laughing like mad. One of them barked again loudly, at which point the old man let his lid fling off and he began shouting at the bus driver, "Stop the bus! Stop the damn bus! I'm Comrade! Comrade Shukanzaz! Stop the bloody bus!" The bus conductor really panicked. He was already glancing suspiciously at the racket throughout. Now he thought some fight had broken out or something. He had brought out his steel rod from under one of the front seats. And he approached, he came directly toward the old man, and waving it toward the old man, he said, "Hey, Babaji, hey, why making noise, huh? Hey, where do you get off? Hey, show me some civility. I'm a poet. People know me. They love me." And the bus conductor was scratching his crotch, and when he saw everyone laughing, he relaxed a bit. "Babaji, don't make noise, huh? Take your seat." He pointed the rod to the empty seat. "Your stop is about to come." As soon as he finished saying this, someone shouted again from behind. "Hey, chicken sauce! Hey, you crazy old man!" Comrade turned to the students again, and having really lost it this time, he began shouting. "Hey, fuckers! I've seen the likes of you many times. I have fought police with bare hands. I went to jail. Yes, jail. For 8 years. People love me, sister fuckers. What do you know? I have given sacrifices for this country. I have fought against exploiters, and you fuckers like you, don't care about anything." Everyone in the bus was in fits. The conductor then came up to him. Hey, get off, Babaji. Yeah, your stop has come. Get to the gate. Come on, hurry up. Come. As the old man went towards the door, the boys kept up their chants. "Fight me, comrade. Why are you scared, comrade? We also love you, comrade. Comrade, you crazy old buffoon. Another poem, comrade, please. Fight, comrade, fight." He got off at Kent Station, right at the end of it. Yeah, just about 10 minutes before the bomb blast. He was the closest person I knew who probably might have died there. Well, no, I don't know what happened after that. I have his cartoon, though.